Alright, so what is going on, guys? Welcome back. I hope you're having a very good day as always, and as you guys all know, recently I've been making so much videos talking about the negative stuff about Apex, and while every single game does have its flaws, Apex definitely has its flaws as well. I wanted to come today and make the complete opposite video of that and just talk about why I think Apex is a great game and why I think it's the best battle royale out on the market right now. Obviously, Apex still has a very long way to go before it could become the best game it could be, but I think at the core of it all, Apex is a very well designed game. So let's send out some positive vibes today and just talk about why I think Apex is a great game. But before we get into this video, let's take a look at the play of the day sent in by one of you guys. If you guys want to be in my next play of the day next week Saturday, all you have to do is follow me on Twitter, DM me, or just tag me in a tweet sending me your best clip, and at the end of season 4, the best clip, well, the person who sends in the best clip will win a free season 5 battle pass as well. So good luck to all of you guys, but let's take a look at today's play of the day.
She's hard pushing, and there's a whole other team.
Let's go.
Oh, Jesse, get inside. Okay.
So Apex, let's take a look at why I think that this is a great game. Respawn isn't really doing the best job at marketing Apex right now, so I'm gonna try and step in and make some of you guys who potentially don't play Apex that much come back to Apex and enjoy this game. So first up, guys, let's take a look at the characters in Apex. Apex is one of the few battle royale games, if not the only battle royale game right now, that has legends, characters based around like a certain story and theme. Similar to Overwatch, Apex has characters that actually have, backstories and emotion, and because of this, many people who actually play these characters or legends become very attached to them. Whether you like to play Octane, who's extremely high, he's a junkie, he's excited, or if you like Wraith, who's very laid back, kind of abused mentally, kind of tortured mentally, and just kind of introverted, every single legend has some kind of story and some kind of theme. And this is very good because, as I said, not many battle royale games actually have this style of character development and stuff. So Apex is doing really good in this aspect. If we're comparing Apex to games like Fortnite or Modern Warfare Warzone, both of those games don't really have characters, obviously Fortnite has some characters now, but in terms of with the actual full backstory and stuff, it's just not the same. And the same thing goes for Warzone. In Warzone, all you do is pick a soldier and that's it. When you pick a character in Apex, you pick someone with their own voice lines, their own theme, their own reactions and stuff, and it's just very interesting to see how these characters actually react and behave in games. So I think Apex is ahead of the competition because of this. I really want to see Respawn release more stories from the Outlands and actually show us these characters' backstory, because the Wraith one was very interesting, the Crypto one was also interesting, and I think that Respawn could actually make a complete Netflix show or something about Apex Legends, because every single character has such a good story, and the game itself, Apex itself, is set in a very vast universe, the Titanfall universe obviously, so it's a very rich story that Apex has, and if Respawn does decide to elaborate on this and bring us more content about the story, it's gonna be a great thing for everyone. Now with that said, let's talk about the actual gameplay of Apex. I think that Apex, first of all, has some of the best gunplay I've seen in any FPS game. The only game I've played recently that rivals the gunplay in Apex is Destiny. I think Destiny also has really good gunplay, but when you win a gunfight in Apex, right, when you win a 1v3, even a 1v2, you just feel insane. Because this game is not simply about just aiming a gun and shooting, you actually have to, outplay your enemies and outthink your enemies as well. When you manage to win those very insane, hectic gunfights, you really feel rewarded as well. And I haven't played many games that actually give you that same feeling, so Apex is great because of that. For all of you guys who play Apex constantly every single day, then you will know what I'm talking about. When you win a 1v3, a 1v2, even a 1v1 sometimes, because this game has a very big skill gap, right? You just feel great, you feel so energized, adrenaline is pumping everywhere. So Apex has some of the best gunplay in not just battle royale games, but like in any FPS, even third-person game out there right now. Apex has great gunplay. If you guys don't mind, I actually want you to leave some of the most crazy and hectic gunfights you've ever been in Apex, because I want to read those. It's very interesting to actually see, you know, what you guys have been through in this game, because as I said, it's a very fun game and the gunplay is just insane. So leave your comments down below and tell me the best gunfights you've been in Apex. Even just in this gameplay in the background, I was in so many hectic gunfights already. My teammate was actually saying how I shouldn't be pushing, I shouldn't be rushing because I would get killed.
Raid, you're pushing up too hard by yourself, Raid.
You're in a kill.
You need to slow down, Raid.
Enemy. Whole squad's down.
Damn, Raid.
This game honestly has some of the best gunfights, best gunplay, and just the engagements in this game are very good. Now something else that's really good about the gameplay in Apex is the movement. This is something I knew Respawn would get right, because they obviously made Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2, and those games had the best movement I think in any FPS game to date. So I wasn't shocked that Apex also had really fun, really fast, and just fluid movement as well. The movement in Apex is so fun and so fluid that after you actually play like a full session of Apex, and let's say you go to play a game like CUD, right, you just feel so slow and sluggish and just like, you know, just boring, because Respawn has really found a way to master the movement in a FPS battle royale game. So if you guys haven't played Apex as yet, or if you do play Apex and you've taken a break, come back, because the movement is great, like it's the best out there. So come back and enjoy it. Now if you want to play Apex on PC, the movement is even more insane, because obviously on console we have certain limitations. We play on a controller, not mouse and keyboard. So if you're playing Apex on PC, like if you watch streamers and stuff, they have pulled off some insane movement. Like Asu for example, it's just crazy. So I would definitely say that Apex Legends has some of the best movement in any game out right now. Now the very last thing I want to talk about in this video, because we're coming to an end, is just the general polish of Apex and how well it's designed. When Apex first dropped last year, it was a complete surprise, and obviously Respawn had no feedback. They just dropped a brand new game, no beta, no alpha. It was a brand new experience, right? And yes, the game did have some issues, which is expected. It's a brand new game. On a whole, the game just felt very polished, very clean and well designed, and that's very difficult to do, because let's just take a look at a game like Fortnite, right? When Fortnite Battle Royale first came out, it wasn't anywhere near how polished it is today. It was very kind of clunky, it just looked different as well, and the UI was different, everything was just different, and it just didn't feel as clean and, you know, just simple. When Apex first came out, it just had this feeling of being polished and really well put together, and that's a very difficult thing to do when you have no beta, you have no alpha, you have no public interaction. You know, it's a very hard thing to do. So Respawn has made this game a very well polished game from the start, and you can actually see that even now. From the graphics to the UI to the map to the controls, everything just seems really polished, really well put together, and it feels like a AAA title. Like Respawn has done a very good job with that. Now, as I said in the beginning of this video, no game is perfect. There is no game out right now which is a perfect game, and Apex is no exception. This game obviously has many issues out still, but on a whole, guys, if we're being honest, right, on a whole, Apex is still a very fun game. It's a very well designed game, and it just feels good to play. Not all the time, but sometimes. I think the people who really complain about Apex are the ones like you and I who play this game every single day, and we just, you know, we notice more stuff because we obviously are playing the game more and we are more invested in the game. But from a bird's eye view, I would say Apex is a pretty good game. Like Respawn has done pretty good, you know, they still make some mistakes and stuff, but overall it's a pretty decent game, and I think it's the best battle royale game out right now. So there we go. Thanks so much for watching this video, guys. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and don't forget to send me your clips for the player of the day in next week Saturday. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in some more Apex. Till next time.